Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. Fielded about a yard deep. What a spin. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On play action, they'll throw. And open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw. Rashard Matthews here on the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now back to throw. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Hunt gets it on the draw from Mahomes. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. It's a gain of 7 on the carry, but they'll need to double that here. It's 3rd and 14. From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. So the Broncos coming out now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Now they'll run it on the toss. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. Yeah, he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. And incomplete here on 3rd down. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. Back deep for Kansas City, DeAnthony Thomas. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken from just outside the 30.
Whoosh.
Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Set. Green, 39.
Looking to throw. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter, as that's a 1st down. And on the ground they go with the running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. On the stop, Breeland Speaks.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
second down. It's McCoy. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be third down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down call now.
The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And McManus able to put it through. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2. Got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully they'll be kicking extra points instead.
And now here comes Kansas City. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Bradley Roby, the cornerback, there to make the stop.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Gone!
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
They're going to look to throw. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's McCoy. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now 3 yards on the carry there as his defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This is a 26-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. And that will make our score 9-0. Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
And now here comes Kansas City. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. He's going to air one out. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Adam Gotsis in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line.
Here we go now. Green 90.
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. Against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. This will be caught just inside the 10. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Here we go.
Mahomes now to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Taylor Gabriel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. And oh, he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. Butker now to kick this one away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And got his man complete. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to let this one go deep. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And they'll run it here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Right back to him on 1st down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain. And it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
And McManus able to put it through, and they double their lead, pushing it up now to 12-6. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And out come the Chiefs now. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Black 58 rail. Green 39. Green 39. Ace.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
A tossed play to Hunt, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this.
Leopard. Leopard.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll find his man on the comeback route, complete. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And a short gain here down to the 22.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now let's go. Please.
He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sutton. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Here we go now. Green.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. LaShawn McCoy, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now stands at 13. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now here comes Kansas City. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Ace, ace. Ready, green, 39.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The offense on third down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Here we go now. Green, 39, green.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 39. Left, 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 left. Pick it up. It's outside, guys. Outside. Let's get off the field.
Mahomes going to throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 39. Black 58, rail. Black 58, rail.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, blue 45. Blue.
They'll toss it to Hunt. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here we go.
Now here's Mahomes. Caught here by Conley. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. They run with Hunt. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
The Broncos on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Ace, ace.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out of practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Well, he was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And they'll go on the ground. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. McManus's point after is good, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
you
right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, They've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that where it's symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it. When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a fifth, barring a conversion here on third down. Mahomes looks to throw on third down. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Ready. Green, 90. Green, 90. Left, 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 left.
Now Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Final minute now of the third quarter.
There we go. Blue 45.
Now
Blue
whistles
45.
and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll set up a throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
Green 39.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay there.
And not in any rush offensively. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Chris Jones on the stop. The Broncos on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. They're going to look to throw. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Hey. You got three. Three down.
And they will take a knee here. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Three down. Set. Three.
And they take a knee.
Set. 319. 319.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And McManus able to put it through. And that will make the lead now 26. Well, it's hard to put your finger on whether this is something to celebrate or something maybe the offense is embarrassed by. But that's now 6 field goals he's made in this game alone.
Yeah, he's bailed them out quite a bit so far. But it's very comforting to know that you have a kicker that's got your back.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, if something there's going to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Ace, ace, left, 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 left.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, it's Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And Gabriel's got it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another 1st down.
Left.
Now they'll run it on the toss. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Ace. Left.
Ware takes the give from Mahomes. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. The Chiefs on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. Caught. Kelsey, left side. But he will not get away. He stopped short of the marker. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Now they'll run it on the toss. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Hurry up, here we go.
And they'll run it here. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. On is the punter King to send it away. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
One final try for Mahomes. And the Broncos get there and take him down. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Denver, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.